Today, talking about what I do when I'm trying to make a song, and I guess the open question is, if you're a songwriter, what do you do? How do you make a song? What are the steps you go through? What's the order of the steps that you go through? So we're gonna get into that right now.
Oh, they're saying please do not drive on roads.
There you go.
Let's go.
Question, everybody. How do you,
We are chilling.
for songwriters, how do you make a song? Do you start with the lyrics? Do you start with a feeling you have or a theme? Or do you make the music first and then then once you make the music, do you make like nonsense lyrics
All right, everybody ready
to
up.
keep place hold, and then do you then fill it in with actual lyrics later on?
Ready.
Because that's what I do. I start out with usually,
Not nice makeup.
like for instance, start out with usually just like
Sam,
a
party leader.
guitar riff. For instance, maybe I might start out with like this.
What?
Something like that, and then just try
It
to
doesn't say no in the party. It's chill.
figure out what type of singing goes with that. So for this one, like for this,
Yeah.
I thought something like da 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 da. And maybe you kind of so kind of just like, and then so what I do is I'll make that, I'll record that with me just doing nonsense over it. And then I'll go to like Google Keep where I have like all my songs, and then I'll try to write out some lyrics that kind of go with da 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 na 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 na. Try to get like that. Try to get any lyrics I can put that makes sense. So probably unfortunately my song, for instance, won't really be that. It probably won't be more like, oh, I experienced this thing and then wrote this song. It's more like, I enjoy this guitar sound, and so I like this vocal melody, and so let me try to find some lyrics that match it. So then once you have like a general outline of the lyrics, or of the verse I should say, then you have to get to the chorus, figure out what the chorus is going to be. First part of the song, the structure of that, like because the melody, you have to figure out what do you do next. Like, do you have a chorus, and what's the chorus sound like? To me, it's easier. It's easier when the chorus uses the same chords as the verse, but just maybe in a different tempo, or maybe a different strumming pattern or something like that. So you can kind of just stay there, I guess, until you get really good at music. But once you get, really good at your craft, I'm sure you can switch it up and easily jump back and forth. For me, though, it's super easy just to keep the same chords, but just maybe switch up the tempo. So maybe I would just, for this one, maybe I would just keep it just. Verse, of course, is where you just something like that, just to keep the same, just to make it easy on yourself. Which I know it's not the purpose of this music is to make it easy on yourself, but just until, for me at least, until I get better, I just continue with that. Then the problem is, this is where you have to get good. You probably want to have some kind of a solo or some kind of a bridge, and that can take some work. As far as on the guitar, solo is always going to take some work. It's going to take some practice, and you're going to have time to do that. Or you can just leave it out, which that's been what I've done, is just left it out. And probably the best, then you kind of have to figure out, do you want to record yourself live? Do you want to try to record the guitar first and then you're singing after that? And then how do you record that to make it sound good? That's where I need probably the most help, is singing and, I guess you would say, production work, like to make your song, to make your vocals stand out with the guitar, not get overridden, make sure everything's kind of separated out so it sounds good. That's probably really maybe the hardest part of making the song, might be making it sound clean, because you can really tell when somebody's done a good job and spent some time making their song sound clean, and someone that just recorded it like I do, just kind of records it on the fly. So that takes time. There's a steep learning curve, in my opinion. There's a lot of tools out there, a lot of things you can do to help with that, and a lot of resources, more so nowadays than ever before, but it's still a pretty steep learning curve to do that. It's difficult.
Except, answer.
All right, so is there a best way to make a song? To me, probably if you're coming from an emotion or a personal experience or feelings, might have a better chance of resonating with people who share those experiences. And that's sometimes what I can do, but a lot of times for me it's just starts out with something I'm messing around with on the guitar and decide I like it and try to put something over the top of that. So let me know if you can, if you're a songwriter, how do you make a song, or what steps do you go through? Thank you.